Broadcasting at www.richiebradio.com. Listeners, I have prepared a statement giving my views based on some research that I have conducted over the past few days as to my own belief as to what will happen as it relates to Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. I'm not going to ad-lib. I'm going to read as I have prepared this statement. I am not a lawyer. I am an observer. In the annals of legal proceedings, few cases have garnered as much public attention and controversy as that of Adidja Palmer, known to many as Vybz Kartel. As a prominent figure in the dancehall music scene, Kartel's trial and subsequent conviction have been the subject of intense scrutiny and debate. Over the past decade, new developments and revelations have brought to light several significant concerns regarding the fairness and integrity of this trial. It is within this context that the call for his release and the assertion that a retrial would be unjust have gained momentum. Here now, I will list the key areas on which I have made up my own mind as to what will happen in this case. There are some principles at work. One, based on my research, double jeopardy principle. And this principle is particularly pertinent in serious cases like murder. Once a higher court, such as the Privy Council, has overturned the conviction, retrying the individual for the same offense would violate the protection against double jeopardy regardless of the crime's severity. 2. The right to a fair and speedy trial. Now, the right to a fair and speedy trial, based on my research, is fundamental and is not diminished by the seriousness of the charge. The 13-year delay and subsequent incarceration would be considered a violation of this right, making a retrial unfair. The third point, psychological and emotional impact. Now, the psychological and emotional toll is arguably even greater in cases involving serious charges like murder. The prolonged incarceration and the subsequent uncertainty of a retrial can cause significant distress, which is considered unjust. The fourth point, finality of judgments. Now, finality is crucial in all legal matters, especially in serious criminal cases. An acquittal by a high appellate court should be conclusive to maintain confidence in the judicial system and to prevent prolonged legal battles that undermine the stability of judicial outcomes. The fifth point, credibility of the judicial system. You see, the credibility and reliability of the judicial system are at stake in high-profile cases such as murder. Overturning a conviction after over a decade, and then subjecting the individual to a retrial can erode public trust in the justice system's ability to administer timely and definitive justice. The final point, proportionality and fairness. Now, let's explain. Proportionality is a key tenet of justice, even in serious cases like murder. After 13 years of incarceration, forcing the individual to endure a retrial could be seen as excessively punitive, especially after an acquittal by a high court, such as at the Privy Council. And so, in concluding, while the gravity of the charge, murder in this case, adds complexity, these legal principles that I outlined are designed to protect the fairness and the integrity of the judicial process, ensuring that individuals are not subjected to prolonged and repeated legal ordeals once a high court has rendered a final decision. On that basis, I believe that Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, on those bases, will walk free. I read a lot. I'm not an attorney at law. I'm an observer. I've put my thoughts forward. I ask for your comments. 876-861-4753. You can reach me there right throughout the program, or 877-255-3086. Let us have a conversation.